Is that better?
Yeah. I can hear you now.
Oh, I didn't know nobody could hear me. I've been talking to myself this whole time.
I thought it was just my phone.
Well, we're a pair, aren't we? This is Ellie, and she needs a trim every couple of weeks or every couple of months. And I let her get too long. So now I'm struggling to get her cleaned back up. Here, Ellie. Can I see your face? Oh, can I see your face? Come here. Come here. Good girl. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Don't lick my face. Don't lick my face. Don't lick my face. Don't lick my face. Come here. I can't hear you.
I got an echo because it's just a couple seconds difference.
Oh. Up. Stay.
Did she ask if we were in that storm last night?
Yeah, there was a couple of buildings here in town, metal buildings that got blown off their, well, they were, one was a metal shed and it got blown to the other side of the neighbor's yard. And then uptown, somebody's carport blew over the building and landed close to Village Hall. But when I went and looked at that building had not been anchored to the ground anyway, so it was kind of like a kite waiting to go.
Then another person, who only asked me to type mom.
Alright, and here we are, closing up on the legs. Should I leave her legs fuzzy and just, I think it looks cute. Well, yeah, she looks a lot better than she did, except for her face. I need to get more around her face, and she ain't liking that.
She says it's your son that's sitting outside.
Huh?
It says it's your son that's sitting outside.
Yeah? And he's outside. That's Devin.
Oh,
I just now got it. How smart is that? That's Devin. Tell me who he is. How dumb is that? Okay, Mom's a little slow. How is it out there, bub? I'm not a troll. Sorry, it took me a while. Yeah, that really made me feel stupid, then. I never can't even pronounce his name. I bet everybody liked that shot, Ellie. Trying to be a little bit more discreet with this one. Okay, we got to fix your ears. The rest of you look pretty good. I haven't done any of this yet. And her legs are still, well, we're going to go to a smaller one for your ears. What size do I want? That ought to be pretty good. You're not done. Don't get all excited. Don't get all excited. You're not done yet. Because your ears are still...
When Nora says she knows, still funny.
Huh?
When Nora says she knows, still funny.
Yeah, she does. You're alright. You're alright. You're alright. You're alright. You're alright. You're alright. You're alright.
You're such a pretty girl.
She is. Yeah, you're a pretty girl, but you need to let me do this, because the more you pull away from me, the longer it takes. You're alright.
I did tell you that you wouldn't be able to figure out who I was.
I didn't.
I thought you were somebody from Hawaii.
I thought you were.
was trying to pronounce
I
that
would.
name.
Well, I was thinking you were a troll.
I told you.
Come hold her, please. Okay. Ellie, it don't hurt. It really don't. And I need to do your feet.
And the way you pronounce it is
Asuna?
Asuna.
Asuna, okay.
How's the last name?
Huh?
Kunoi.
You're alright. You're alright. You're alright. You're alright. You're alright. You're alright. Felt like trying to cut Levi's hair. You're alright.
Lincoln says he needs a haircut again.
Huh?
I just love how Lincoln says, he goes, Lincoln needs a haircut. He always refers to himself as in the third person.
You're alright. Okay, let's clean up in front of your ears. And see what that does. You look like a ragamuffin, Ellie. And you may look worse when I get done because, wow, you just made me chop off a big part that I didn't want to chop off. You're gonna look like a gremlin. Yeah, you're gonna look like a gremlin. But you know what? In a month you won't be able to tell that I made you look like a gremlin. Probably loud right there in her ear. How sensitive their ears are.
She needs something as loud as the other one.
Okay, how bad do you look? You look pretty bad. Yeah, you look pretty bad. You look like you've had a homemade haircut. Get that off your nose. Yeah, you get that off your nose. Now what do you look like? Huh? Well, you're not terrible. It's not great, but you're not terrible. And get some of this off of your feet. She really hates her feet being touched. Guess what? It's happening anyway. Mud grabbers. How did I do these last time? Maybe I did these with scissors last time. Yeah, because I don't think you like the vibration around your feet. That don't look very good. Ellie. And my leg went to sleep. Okay, let's do this one. Just get it a little shorter so you don't bring in as much metal. How do you do, Miss Ellie? Huh? How you do, Miss Ellie Mae? How do you do? Yeah. Give me your foot. Give me your foot. Yeah, give me your give me your foot. You always feel so much better when I'm done. You know, but you just hate to get it done. Oh, look, there's a whole bunch on your elbow. Maybe when I'm done, Devin will even take you outside. Because you ain't been outside in a while. You can bring his, harness. Can you dump that in the trash can, please? Bring her harness and you just pop the bottom open over the trash can. Yeah, there's a little button right there.
That's your full canister.
Yeah, I kind of packed it full because it's coming out here, so it's like starting up the hose. Which, you know, doesn't make it real easy to cut her hair. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, gotta get it back on there. It is. It was so full, it was starting up into the hose. Did you? There, finally cleaned the hose out. Don't mean you can take your foot away from me. That don't mean you can take your foot away from me. Yeah, I know. But you're almost done. You only got 3 more feet to go. You're alright. You're alright. Easy. Easy. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. That's better. That's better. 3 more. That's better. Oh, good girl. That's a good girl. Good girl, Marie. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Yeah, that's a good girl. You're being a good girl. Yeah, you're being a good girl. That's a good girl. Yeah. That's a good girl. Not with your toes yet. I know, you don't like that. But you're being a good girl. Yeah, you're just being a good girl. What do you have your... Okay, let's move on to another foot. Did you you don't like those, we'll just get it in parts. We'll get it in parts. But you're looking so much better already. Good girl. Good girl, Ellie. That's a good girl. Good girl. That one's not bad at all. Now let's have the other leg. Yeah, we only got one more leg. And a little bit on this one that you don't like me to have. But you're doing good. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Yeah. Good girl. Okay, let me have this leg. Last leg. This is the last one. It's the last one. And we'll see how bad you look. See how bad you look. Take this off there so you can. Yeah, and then you can go outside. And you won't be in the mud. Or you won't bring the mud in the house. It's alright. No, don't lick my face. No, good. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. They just have to be done. There's it's not coming off again very good. Good girl. Good girl. How bad do you look now? There you go. He ain't gonna save you. He ain't gonna save you. I gotta be careful with this because this, the head is a lot shorter than the one I used before. And the rest of her. Hey, what do you look like? Come on. You give her a treat. Can give you a pink birthday. Yeah, maybe while Devin's up, yep. Maybe while he's up, he'll go get your dirty harness for me to put you back on so you can go outside. Good girl. Oh, Devin. She got away. She got away. She got away. Okay. She just got a little bit more. Well, it's not a professional bit. But it is better than it was, and boy does she feel better. And I need to make a new harness. This one is really disgustingly grungy. And she needs to go outside. All right. Not bad. I have actually, I ordered this off, I don't remember, I think it was Amazon. And this vacuum in here makes a huge difference. Will you throw that out?
Does it work for all kinds of clippers?
No, it has its own clippers, and it comes with the whole set. It's got like a brush, and I mean it's an actual pet grooming kit. But I did use it on Levi because with his autism, I was afraid that the hair falling on him would cause him to have anxiety, and it kind of did, but the hair falling on him didn't. The noise and the vibration of the clippers. But yeah, this all these attachments are in here. I love this thing. I justified it because it cost me $40 every time I go to get her a haircut, and 2 haircuts paid for this. So I was quite happy with how this turned out, or how it works, because I have now saved more than $80 by just having this. So yes, I spent $80 on it, but now I've saved that much. So I'm quite pleased with this purchase. I did watch a lot of the videos, because some of them you could tell were not actually cutting the dog's hair. You know, they were barely touching the dog's hair when they went to cut it. And so I didn't think it would cut her hair. If they couldn't get the clippers to work in the actual hair, then I was saying, no, that isn't what I want. So I watched them until I actually saw a lady that had a yellow lab, and she was trimming the yellow lab's hair, and I thought, okay, now if it's going to cut a yellow lab, it will do my poodle. So I was quite happy with that. And then I ordered the one that she was using, and this is what it is. A Slim Wall SPO1 pet grooming kit, a Sim Wall, and it came in this box, and I am quite pleased with it. Okay, now I got to try to get up off of this floor.
Need a hand?
Huh, I might need a crane. Oh!
See, it'd be hard for me to do.
Okay. So, yeah. Okay, now I gotta wash my hands before I go in to get on my hobbies. Bobby's here, so she'll be chatting with you while I get things settled around. She's doing, what are you doing? She's got some embroidery that she's doing today. She really just needs to learn how to crochet.
Oh, no, I don't.
She says no. Okay. What a mess. All right. Oh, that looks terrible. It is what it is. Okay, here we go. We're going to set up in the other room so that we can sit in here and chat comfortably, because my sewing room is so small.
I'm trying to plug your earplug back in so you can plug on me if necessary.
Okay. All right. Look. Ellie is thrilled. Well, if I sit here, we'll be able to see each other. We may have to lean
Hi,
over.
Lenora.
Hello. We might be able to. What are you doing, Devin?
Trying to get on there so we can see the bigger, if it's on, you know.
Oh, he's getting on with his name.
Yeah.
Okay. It always helps to have a young person and electronics. Yeah, you'll have to sign in with your own Google account to do that. It is Bobby. Say hello, Bobby.
I did.
This is my bestie for the last 30 years. We might be able to move this. I may have to go get the microphone. Can you all still hear us? Well, Bobby, you can chat while I help Devin.
Okay. Well, right now,
Show them what you're making.
I'm actually making quilt squares, and it's called Kitten in the Basket. And I've got to embroider around the basket and the kitten, and then it's got eyes and stuff I have to embroider, and I'll show you one I've already gotten done. I've got a few done. That does help if I get right side up.
Oh, that's so cute.
I got the yellow one done, and I've got a lavender one done, and I've got the brown one done, and oh good, but you don't see the, I've got a green one done, the comments on it. And I've got 12 altogether, but that's all I've gotten done as far as the embroidery and putting them together. I got, you know how it is, they're work in progress or UFOs in the quilting world. Okay. Oh, good. You got it up there. Yeah, I think we could do that. Yeah, Devin's got us up on the TV now that we can see the screen, and we can see actually the comments a lot bigger, because on the phone we're like going, you know, both of us have to wear glasses, and you know, it's a little harder for us even with the glasses to see farther away. So now I can see and show you what we're doing. And I made a quilt. My grandmother passed away a couple of years ago, and I got her, she had, I think it was either 12 or 16 pieces, kind of about this size, that she had embroidered, and it was it's called Colonial Lady, and she was so perfect in all of her stuff, and I never even knew until later in life that she could embroider and quilt. And I thought, why wasn't I told any of this? Why didn't she pass along all these secrets and everything, or show me any of this stuff? Because I mean, there was no flaws to her her sewing at all. And I'm like, oh man, you know, I could have learned so much more from my grandma if I'd just known. And now it's, of course, too late to learn anything, you know. So if anybody's out there listening, you know, if you've got some grandparents or even mothers and fathers out there that, you know, that actually have you know, things that they can do that you want to learn, now's the time before they're gone, you know, because otherwise, you know, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life not learning how to do it. Like my mom used to fry chicken up really, oh, the best. I mean, that was one of my favorites that my mom cooked, and I can't do it worth a hoot. I can't get it done by the bone. So I traveled down to Kosciuszko, Mississippi, of all things, for job training, and went to this place called the Chicken Nugget. And all they did was take chicken breast and cut them up into bite-sized pieces and fried them up in different types of seasoning and everything. And at the time, my son didn't like to eat anything with bones, and my husband and I always fought over the chicken breasts. So it was perfect for us, and that's how I started cooking my chicken. So I never had to worry about it, and you know, after that. But I always wished I could cook fried chicken with the bones, you know, like my mom did.
I'm so not good at that.
That's what I said. I'm not good at that either, and I just lost my
You ready, Mom?
needle. Where'd I put that? Okay, did y'all watch where I put that needle?
Well, here,
Oh, there it is.
who were you talking about? Embroidering and crocheting and all that.
Now, Lenora suggested that we both get on the couch so we're not causing cricks in our our necks.
Well,
I can move over.
she might have a point there.
Yeah, because you'll need probably more of a table than me.
I gotta. Can we clear off that? We can put that there by. Oh, yeah, because I spread out and I make all kinds of mess.
Put this where?
Don't get my teeth.
Put that over there so Bobby can have a place to put her stuff.
Yeah, so Ellie's not trying to drink my tea.
Okay, so now Asuna Kunoi.
Kunoi.
Okay. I'm going to make you a managing moderator. Or do you want standard?
I don't care.
Okay. Okay, it says is now a managing moderator. It was supposed to say chicks.
Cricks. I think this is what it said.
Cracks in your neck. It was supposed to be say cricks. Okay. And now
See what I said? You can't read it. That's what I was telling her. We finally got up on the TV where we could actually read what's being said because we're blind as bats.
and everything is delayed. Well, now we can't.
This is all that I can do now.
Okay, so I wonder how I can get that off there. Because that
I mean,
changed what we were able to do.
that's what I'm able to do.
But if we do your name up there, we can't. Now can we put it? Because the names are not on the screen.
Well, nobody's
Because nobody's typing.
Type something. Ah!
It's just like it'll have a slight delay, like a couple seconds at most.
Okay.
And after so long, it'll disappear unless more people type.
Okay. So.
But me being on my phone doesn't matter. You remove me as a moderator.
Oh. Not sure what happened there. I tried to.
Well,
What, huh?
I said you removed me as a moderator.
So I need to put you back as moderator?
Mm-hmm. Unless you don't want me to be a mod.
Okay. Okay.
I want to reload this.
We look like two fat girls sitting on the couch.
That's because I am a fat girl.
Well, so am I.
I had to get me one of those shamrock shakes before I came over here tonight.
And now my title even changes.
Yeah, that's what the little wrench is, the moderator.
Okay. All right. We're in business. We got both of us on here. Look at this. We're like weevils.
Enough for my food.
Okay, so, Lenora, are you still here? Here's what I wanted to work on. And I made this the other night. And it's a little snake. And I put that slinky in the middle. And they're not expensive slinkies. And I was afraid that the slinky would just twist out of the tails until I realized that this slinky is going to break before that comes out. So that's one of the little $5 toys that I'm going to make for my markets. And I bought these from Walmart. And I think there's 30 of these. And they're different shapes in this bag for like, I don't know, $8 or something like that. But that's what I'm going to use to make these little slinky things. Here is a pin cushion if you...
What do I need that for?
So you don't lose another needle in my couch.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought I had it in this thing and it must have popped out.
Okay, now I need all my crochet stuff that's clear over there.
Ellie, hand it to your mama.
Ellie, boy, you look so much better. You look so much better. You do. Come on. Come on. She just thinks she's got to be in the middle of everything. Yes, you're so cute. You're so cute. I didn't butcher your haircut quite as bad as I did last time. I like being able to see it up there.
Uh-huh.
So we're making cats?
Yep. It's going to have 12 different colors. And then in between there, it's going to have a different color sashing, and I'm still not sure what color sashing I want to put them together.
Well, you've got each of your blocks very well matched.
Well, that's my superpower.
I know. I use that superpower every chance I get. Look at her.
And what are you bringing to this video?
Huh? What are you bringing to this video besides lickings and kisses? Hmm? She's just cuteness. Just because we need the cuteness. I need to make another one of these. Look at this. It's just,
I know it's getting ready.
it is, but she's wore it. But yeah, I made one and I need to make another one. But when I do, I have to rip this one apart to use all the hardware off of that from the other one.
Buddy.
Oh goodness, come to Granny. Come to Granny. Oh, here comes jealous Ellie now. Come to Granny. Come to Granny. Oh, oh goodness. Yeah, that was a little painful. Oh, come to Granny. Had you been a-sleeping? Had you been a-sleeping? Mwah. Had you been a-sleeping? Yeah. Had you been a-sleeping? Look there. Now you're gonna look up there and see yourself on the TV. Can you see yourself up there? Huh? You see yourself up there? Yeah? You don't really care, do you? You just think it ought to be Coco Melon. You think it ought to be Coco Melon? Yeah? Yeah? Uh-huh. What you doing? Huh? What you doing? And that is so significant because a year ago he wouldn't look at you with this autism and stuff, and he wouldn't look at you, and he wouldn't communicate
Hey,
anything
buddy.
other than wanting my soda.
Hey, buddy. You gonna look at Aunt Bobby. You gonna look at Aunt Bobby. You gonna give Aunt Bobby a hug. Yeah.
She's gonna eat your fingers. Yeah, but she is looking at you too,
Uh-huh.
and that's a big deal with all the therapies and stuff that he's had. Bub, can I ask you 4 more favors?
What's up?
Bring all my crochet stuff in over here. I need some juice. Did you got some
Yeah,
juice?
it's not juice.
What is it?
Strawberry milk.
Strawberry milk. Has he drank any yet?
Mhm.
You got some strawberry milk? He's drinking some pink, Lincoln. He's drinking some pink.
My grandson's going to Indianapolis tomorrow to the Monster Jam rally.
Thanks, bub. Monster Jam Rally.
His favorite monster truck is the Grave Digger.
I think my niece and nephew, their stepdad drives a monster truck. And I can't think of what his name is. Maybe it's Larry Swim. I think it is.
That doesn't, tell me anything. The name of the truck now would give me more of an idea of who he is.
I don't know. Yeah, you can't have Granny's phone. No, you can't have Granny's phone. Can't have Granny's phone. Have you got your phone on us?
It's over there.
Well, there's 2 people on there, and it's you and Devin, apparently. Alright, so I'm going to work on, I think I'm going to make a little, I'm going to put this on, maybe keep this hair out of my face.
It would be nice if I could at least get this one done, because I think this is the last one I have done, and then the rest of them I still have to sew around the rest of them together. What are you gonna do? Oh, the headband on.
Something to try to keep this out of my face, because it just drives me batty.
I feel like I need a haircut already because it's starting to grow out.
Well, you got a funky curl there.
I know. I didn't do anything with it today because I wasn't expecting to come over here, and I didn't feel like doing anything with my hair before I got here. You should always expect.
Always, always, always. Okay, now what are we gonna make? What color of bunny? Maybe we'll make, see, I made a blue one. I already had blue. So what else?
Lavender.
Well, I've only got certain colors here. And I'm really lazy about getting up and running for everything. And I don't want in these little slinky toys, I don't want to have to use any safety eyes stuff, because I want to be able to for the young kids to have them. Well, Devin, I think, vanished.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to spend time with the Lord.
Yeah, well, yeah. I saw this, I forget what I was gonna say. So, it really sucks to get old.
Oh, no. And I'm older than you. After all, I was gonna bring you that Amish cookbook and I forgot it yet.
You know, speaking of Amish cookbooks, I watch literally just a girl, and her name is Lavina, and she has some awesome recipes on her channel.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to order her cookbook because she has made so many things on her channel that just look so good, and I want to give them a shot. And you know me though, I am like a horrible cook. I can bake till the cows come home, but cooking food I'm not good at. And people like to think there's no difference, but there's a big difference, because I don't even think they're in the same ball game.
I really need to go get my eyes tested and get new glasses. It's been at least 5 years since I've had my eyes checked, and I tell you, it seems like they're getting worse all the time.
Well, they probably are, because you know
We getting old.
we're getting up there. Yeah. Okay.
Sucks to have to wear glasses, which I've had to do so since I was 3 years old.
Really?
Yeah. Didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that you were that young.
Yep. I started getting a lazy eye like my mom, and so they got me into the eye doctor real early.
Huh.
And they found out I had astigmatism in my right eye, and I was farsighted. And,
Astigmatism just means your eye's not round. You have two focal points in the back. I have that, and they don't. I didn't get glasses till I was like 43, and that's just for close up.
And I had, like, you know how they say you have Coke bottle eyes, eyeglasses.
Coke bottle glasses, yeah.
That's what I had when I was little.
So why are they not now?
Well, because my eyes improved.
Oh, I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, they improved that much. Plus, you know, that was glass back then. Now they have plastic.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, my eyes improved that much, and plus growing and all that. But yeah.
So you're saying you outgrew some of it?
Yeah, thank God. Yeah, I don't. God, can you imagine having to wear a Coke bottle?
No. I mean, I was aggravated when I started having trouble doing my printing, and I could see different, I mean, because of astigmatism, of course, I had 2 focal points. And I could start to print something and it would look lined up, and then I hit it again and it was not. And if I stared out long enough, it looked like it was. And I made myself almost physically sick trying to figure out what was going on. And then when I got to the doctor, they said, "Oh, well, you've got this problem or whatever, and you need bifocals." And I said, "But I can see fine at a distance." And they said, "Yes, but you will get real tired of taking glasses on and off to see." And I said, "But I'm not spending $300 on bifocals that have a clear glass on the top." I said, "That is crazy. I'll just get readers." "Well, you'll get tired of that." I'm like, "Well, for $300, I think I'll adjust." So, anyway, I waited a little while. And then I went to a different eye doctor. And I said, "What about monovision? Can I just get contacts for one eye?" And he goes, "Well, I was going to suggest that. So do you want to try it?" "Absolutely." And that's what I have done for the last several years.
I had contacts. My senior year in high school, my dad got them toward the end of high school for part of my graduation. I hated them. They were soft contacts, and I wore them like toward the last part of my high school, which was maybe a month, and all summer long, and the first year of my college year. And I would come home by 4:30 that afternoon. My eyes would be bloodshot, almost as bad as this fabric.
Wow.
And it was just like they were so tired and everything. I just hated them.
Huh. My son had contacts and he wanted them so bad. And so I got them for him. And I would have to put them in every morning. And then he would close his eyes and lay on the floor squinting and just in pain from the contacts. And I tried all kinds of different solutions and all kinds of stuff, and he didn't. Nothing helped him. Different kind of contacts. Nothing helped him to feel better about it. So I just finally said, "You're done with contacts. They're not compatible for you. You just can't have them." But I mean, I hated to put him in his eyes because he was obviously in so much pain every time you put them on.
I wasn't in pain to put them in, and oh my gosh, the first time I went to put them in, there at the doctor's office, I mean, my stepmom took me, and trying to learn how to do it. My stepmom, because my eyes were watering just watching you do it, And now, I mean, I could just sit there and go like this, and touch my eyeballs, as nothing, and but back then it was like hard to get adjusted to it. But
Yeah. Well, I just wear one, and I like just having the one until it pops out or I can't find it anymore.
I don't think I ever had it popped out. After I got that done, I went to Sears. Actually, and it was after Dale and I got married. So it was at Ampad. And we had the good insurance, and I went to Sears. I think it was not locally, but up where my dad lived. And they said, "Well, you really don't need glasses anymore. You just need them for reading." Well, then when I went to Dr. Goldstein here in town, he said, "You never should have stopped wearing your glasses," because I stopped wearing them, and because I hated wearing them, and I have one doctor said that I've strengthened my eyes because I didn't wear my glasses. Okay, but I could see behind, you know. So what, you know? And he said, no, you should never have stopped wearing your glasses because you've always been farsighted. You didn't lose that farsightedness.
You just mentioned his name.
Oh well, he's no longer in business.
Well, he's not now, but
Yeah, but anyway, um, so that's when and of course that's when I started. He goes, "You're 40 now, so you know part of your problem is you're 40." And like, yeah, you're saying I'm old. He goes, "You're just in that process of needing to, you know,
probably very nicely say you're approaching middle age.
you're needing longer arms to be able to read."
Yeah, you're approaching middle age. That's
Yeah.
what they say.
So
Isn't that a kind way to say that?
Yeah, you're getting to the age where you need bifocals, and I'm like, oh man.
So,
But he goes, but you're still farsighted.
okay, I'm tired of talking about your eyes.
So
So what is your group making this week
I don't know
that they were
'cause,
making at church?
we finished doing all the bears that
Yeah, but I thought you did them.
Oh no, I did the ones that you and I did, but you know the ones that you finished for the group for the hospital.
Well, the ones I sewed up.
Yeah, we finally finished getting those done because we didn't have that many people there this week, so it didn't take too long to. Actually, nobody really shared. We just sat there and chatted when people finally started rolling in because there was only two of us that got there before 9 o'clock, and the rest of them got there late.
Oh, I see.
It's like, you really guys, bother even coming in? So I don't know what we're going to do this next week. Really, we need to go through all the quilts to see what we're going to have for the sale because.
Oh, I didn't. What's the sale?
Oh, the 27th of April, we're having a pop-up craft sale that goes towards our Kids Kingdom building fund. And the building is $575,000. Yeah, so we thought we'd have a craft sale. We keep having people go, oh, do you guys not sell your stuff? Because we give it away to the One Stop Community Christmas, our quilts,
Mm-hmm.
and we do giveaways to the staff and church Sunday school teachers, for Christmas. But we don't sell it. So anyway, this is their opportunity to buy stuff that we make, and it goes for a good cause.
Oh, that's cool.
So we've got like bowl cozies, we have potato sacks, we have some quilts, we have some crocheted and knitted dish rags, we have a whole bunch of kitchen towel boas.
I knew you were making those boas.
Yeah, and someone else made some, so I think we have about 22. That's a lot more than I was expecting. We have some of those kitchen.
So how long does this sale goes long?
It's just one day. It's before and after both services. And believe me, there will be lots of people there. We have mug rugs. We have those.
What's a mug rug?
It's like a square piece of fabric that you put, like, say you didn't want a ring around your end table or something, and you put it on there.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have other squares that have like stuff you put in your cabinets, that foamy stuff, but you sew it on a piece of square, and then it's like to get a lid off. What is those called?
Oh.
Anyway,
I know what you're talking about, but
I can't remember what it's going
well,
to
you old fart. I mean, that's exactly how I feel. I can't remember nothing.
And let me see, what else do we have? I've got the darn thing on my phone. Well, I can't look at my phone right now.
It's almost crippling, isn't it?
I know it. We've got a couple of crocheted baby blankets. We're supposed to have some aprons. Oh, Myrna's daughter Becky has made some bags, quilted bags. So, and they're really cool. She sent an email, Myrna did too, show us all.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, she's like the queen of bags. She's made a lot of denim bags that she got a whole bunch of denim at, and then she just these bags and puts these
What,
really
like
cool
tote bags
buttons.
or what?
Yeah, all kinds of either tote bags, purses, and she buys these big buttons and puts them with them, and really cute buttons. And I mean, they're just so pretty.
Well, that's cool. I like to make the cork bags, but I've kind of gotten away from the cork bags because I've gotten so into this crochet, and now I don't even have any idea what I'm doing. I mean, because I'm trying to make this, well, I thought it was a bear, but it kind of looks like a cat. So, but anyway, I'm trying to just close up this corner, and I need to, or this, close up the hole, and then go get, I need to get some stuffing.
Mary thought she'd help me by doing the rest, helping me. She took 4 bears home to do 4. I had.
Well, that's.
I know, it's better than nothing. But I had
Yeah,
like a dozen.
Well, look at my cat. You can probably go either way for paws or ears. Well, that was not intentional. Okay, so I am going to leave the very long tail on this. And then, oh look, watch me have cut the wrong one. I didn't. That aggravates me so bad when I do that. I think people are busy tonight. I think we even lost Lenora.
Well, there's one other person besides Devin and me on here.
I don't think Devin's on anymore. Hello, if you're watching, say hello.
Yeah, now there's 2 people. And I'm one of them on my phone.
Well, mine says 3.
Now mine says 2.
Say hello if you're here. Come on, say hello.
Let us know you're watching and where from.
Chat, because we're a couple old fat ladies sitting on the couch. And we get bored easily. Just because we're old. So anyway, this is going to be my cat. Now I got to make the butt. But I have to go get some stuffing so that I can get some kind of idea. And this, both of us sitting on the couch thing, is really cozy and all.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying you should make your channel and get 50 followers, and then we can do a split screen.
I don't know. Oh, I went. Let's see, what day was it?
We have to make some more shorts.
I went and was going to. I changed my internet service to T-Mobile.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew came over and hooked it up, and worked real good that day. It's not working good now. I can get on some of my websites. Can't get on all my websites.
And what's up with that?
I don't know.
Careful about saying Don't get me shooed. That would not be good.
Well, he said, I may have to put it in a different window. And he
You
said
have to
he'd
put it
come
in a
on-
window?
Yeah, it's on the 5G network. Instead of, like the other stuff, you put it in like a window and it goes on 5G. Have you not seen their commercials? And we switched our cell phones over to them, and their new commercial is, if you can see the sky, you can get reception because they're going off like satellites. So you should be able to get,
Well, I tell you what. Elon Musk has that Starlink.
Mm-hmm.
I would be interested to try that Starlink.
Have you seen his thing where you have this thing that plugs in and it's supposed to, I can't remember what the thing is called, but it's supposed to help keep the extra electricity from going into your box or something. I can't remember the name of it.
Okay, there's a bunch of crap that's on advertisements and saying that he's doing it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not him. Because it looks like him,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounds like him talking, except that if you watch it, and if you watch Elon Musk, he stutters. So if you've got these ads that are Elon Musk and he's not stuttering, it's AI. I noticed that the other day, and that it's just AI, that they are using his face and his voice to make their stuff, but it's not him because he stutters.
Hmm.
And that stuttering, to me, lets me know when it's really him, because he thinks very closely here, very clearly about what he's going to say. And then he starts to stutter. And those advertisements, there is no stuttering. So I think it's AI that has copied his voice.
Well, if they
And the same with RFK isn't it Bobby Kennedy? They do that with him too, trying to sell stuff, and his voice is really raspy from the damage that it got from that vaccine. And when they copy him, it's just not the same. And I think they've just stolen his voice and his face and are trying to sell their stuff with it. And I'll be completely honest, I hope they get caught.
I wish they'd take that AI and shove it up their butts.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of AI.
I'm not either.
I'm going to try to unfold and go get some stuffing.
I don't see how you can sit like that.
I
I can't even hold.
I
bend
can
my
sit
leg.
like that. I'm just not sure that I can get up from that.
I can't sit. I can't bend my leg. This leg doesn't bend like that. Ever since I fell, I cannot bend my leg.
Oh,
Past this.
you got some damage going on then.
Oh yeah. Oh, you should feel it when I
Ooh, let me feel your knee.
hold on to my knee.
Well, you got no cartilage in there. I mean, it's like bones rubbing on bones.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not smooth bones.
Nope. But I'm going to put off having surgery for a long, long time.
Well, last night when we were there
At
through all
least
those
until I'm on
storms,
Medicare.
all those storms that were going through last night.
Oh my God, I was in misery.
Well, my dad is 85 and he's had one knee replaced, and my mom is 82. Well, we'll be 82 here next week, and I could be wrong about that. She might be 83 next month, or next week. But she's had both of her knees replaced. And when we went down to the basement last night, because the storm siren went off 5 times, and I had my son go down to help mom and dad down the stairs, and then I went up for them to come up and, oh goodness. Well, Dad said he didn't know how Mom could get up those stairs with both of her knees being replaced like that. It's hard to walk because he only had one. He says he don't think he could have got up those stairs if he'd had both of his knees replaced. But Dad didn't have any troubles with his knee replacement. I mean, of course he had pain and had to learn to use it and everything, but Mom was down for over a year from hers getting infected and not, keeping bleeding and stuff. She had a lot of problems. You embroider backwards. Do you know that? I just want to tell you embroider backwards.
Why?
Who were you talking about a while ago when you were talking about embroidery and crochet and all that?
My grandma.
Okay. Well, let me show you. Because when you embroider, the way you're doing this, you see this? Come up in the middle of that stitch.
That's what I tried to do.
You keep this tight. And then you take your needle like this. Could you find a bigger needle? And then you go out here to where you want your stitch to be and come up in the middle like that. And then you make your next stitch. And you never have to go to reach under, ever. Unless you're going to tie a knot. You got something tangled going on here. Looks like you got a strand that's Are you okay? You're like almost snoring here. You got that tail is wrapped around because you've got an awful lot of strands here. When you're doing embroidery, you don't have to go under. I don't know what is going on here, but this is all a mess. And you would do better with a smaller needle.
I don't have a small needle.
Well, there is probably one.
Because I thought
In that pin cushion.
So I thought I needed a bigger eye to get.
So you can see it?
Well, so I could get all the. I don't see any nipples in here.
Well, put that in your thing.
I want to see. I've got a needle in here. Let's see, it's so little for 3 strands.
I may need your glasses to get this in there. You've got 3 strands, but I can't see real good.
Okay, for anybody who's actually watching, which I don't think anybody is, I learned something.
Okay, so there's 3 strands through that needle. Now when you go through here, are you sewing this piece to it or just along the edge?
Well, trying to cut, just go along the edge, trying to sew,
Okay, so you go down here. Oh my gosh, how much easier is a better needle? Okay. And then you just hold that tight out of your way. You shouldn't ever have to go under your work.
See, nobody's ever taught me. I just
I
started
thought you were
doing
saying
it.
your grandma did it.
No, I said I wish I learned how to do it like my grandma.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, this is how I was taught. My mom taught me when I was 9 years old because we were driving her crazy because of all the snow.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you just go down here to how far you want your needle, and then you go back up halfway, and then you have double thickness all the way down. And your, I hate your embroidery floss. What do you got?
I don't know. It's been such a long time. I had it wrapped around here, and you know.
Okay, so here, as you go around this, when you go like this, see the smooth line that you get?
Mm-hmm.
And that's, you always want to go the same way. I can't hardly hang on to that. My hands are so dry. And you go like that, and then when you look underneath it, it will look the same on the back side as it does on the front side. You see how your little pokey holes?
Mm-hmm.
This will look the same on the back side as it does the front side. You hold it tight, stick your needle down to how far you want to make your next stitch, bring it up close to the end of the other stitch, and then pull it through. Make it smooth, and just hold it. It's kind of hard to go through both thicknesses. There you go, that's how you do it. And it makes it 100% easier than what you're doing.
Now, where were you when I started this crap?
I've been your bestie since before you started this crap.
You didn't show me.
You didn't ask. I'd be glad to teach you anything I know.
Okie dokie.
Hello, Lenora. I'm so glad you're back. We've been,
Lonely without anybody to show.
I just was showing her how to embroider because I was sitting here watching her. I'm like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Because she was making it 100 times harder than it is. So I am going to take a little break, go find some stuffing. I don't know, Lenora, did you see my snake? This is my snake Slinky. So this was the first one I've tried, and these are going to be like $5 items at the market for the kids. I was worried about them slipping out of the crochet, but I do believe that the Slinky will break before it actually slips out. So that's the first Slinky thing that I'm attempting, but I'm going to take a little break, but I will be within earshot. So, oh, what did you have pictured? Maybe I'll use another idea, because my next one, I got to go find some stuffing, this is going to be a cat. So here's the front part of the cat. Well, it was actually supposed to be a bear, but this is going to be the front part, and then I'm going to make the butt and the tail for the back part with the Slinky in the middle. So I got to go find my stuffing. Well, I got to go get it, but I also have to, run to the little girl's room. I thought you were going to crochet. Oh, no, I just, I just kind of wanted a cheap toy, like a fidget toy for the these Slinkies came like this. And some of them have faces and some of them don't, but I also thought I would just put a couple of these in the, into my claw machine to let them get the Slinkies without, having the crochet on them. But I just wanted something different that I hadn't seen anybody else have. Well, they're really kind of easy, but I'm kind of slow getting around to stuff. I started the green car that you were talking about,
Uh-huh.
but that's as far as I got on that too. But anyway, I will be right back. Oh, yeah, I might be paying for something like that. Ugh. I thought I had this. Oh, I also need.
She was also giving me a lesson in embroidery because I just started doing it not knowing what I was doing, and her mom taught her when she was 9 years old, and nobody taught me. So, she's like, "You're doing this all wrong." I'm like, "Well," so yeah, well, her way makes so much more sense.
Is it easier?
Yeah. Almost pulled that away. It's taken me since we started all the way down there, but maybe if I was doing it like she showed, I would have gotten done faster. Right now, I usually only work on this like if I don't. See, my family didn't. It as I said, my mom didn't do this, but my grandma did. But I didn't even know my grandma did it, or I would have asked grandma to show me. But until after she died, and I inherited her uh, blocks that had the the embroidery on it. I didn't even know she did it. So, sorry.
It's okay with me, but it looks funny because it's so much easier.
Well, I was reading what she said.
It's so much easier to see it up there. And John had a great idea to try that. And I'm really glad she passed that along. But yeah, no, Mom, they were trying to teach us everything to keep us out of their hair that winter.
Now, the one thing I did that I had a latch hook rug.
I got that too.
And I did I give it to my mom. It was a red rose because my mom loved roses. She had rose garden and all kinds of roses and everything. And I wanted to do this for her, and I didn't finish it. I mean, I did it, but I didn't know how to finish it around the edges. And my mom always put it on top of her sewing machine as a cover to keep the dust off of it. And I don't know where it ever got to, whether it got thrown away or something. But I still got the hook if I ever wanted to do another rug.
You would bind it like you do a quilt.
Oh, really?
And then you could like sew it to a pillow or something like that. But yeah, you can a latch hook rug. You bind it like a quilt, but I've got that rug binding sewing machine, but it's a little overkill for a latch hook kit. But if you could do it on the sewing machine just like you would bind a quilt.
Yeah, she kept it on the top of her sewing machine to keep the dust off of it.
What's that?
The rug that I made that would have the red rose on it was like a cream background.
Yeah. Read the comments because I can't hear.
Lenora says, I'm left-handed, and you know the stigma that went along with that back then, so I learned by watching.
Oh yeah. Yeah, back when we were little, if you were left-handed, they tried to change you to make you right-handed.
Yeah, my mom was left-handed. Actually, she was ambidextrous, so she wrote left-handed, but she most left-handed people, I think, write, I don't know how they write. It looks like they write like this, but she had beautiful writing, but she could write like this, instead of having her hand curved. I don't know, it was weird. But just beautiful handwriting for a left-handed person. And I'm not putting lefties down because my grandson's left-handed, or is going to be, because he's 2.5 years old, and we already know he's left-handed. He throws left, he kicks left, and
beautiful left-handed handwriting.
but anyway, she caught and she threw right-handed. When she played ball, and she ate right-handed. Go figure. But I was gonna say the only thing she did left-handed was right. So, but she used to knit, and I never actually watched her knit. It was something her and I don't know if her mom did it or her grandma did it. I'm not sure. I just know I remember the sweater that she had, and it was. Lenore says, my grandma said she tried, but I don't remember it. The curved hand comes from poor teaching. I had a great kindergarten teacher that made sure each one of us kids turned our paper correctly.
I loved our art teacher when I was in grade school and junior high. Her name was Pat McNutt. And she was a great teacher. And then when I got into high school, we had Mr. Graves as a teacher, and he would teach like art and drawing and also pottery. And I did some wheel thrown pottery and stuff like that. I loved doing pottery on the wheel. And we had to do some sculpture in class. We had to sculpture something. So I made an Indian head. And I loved it. It was so good, in my opinion. But I took first in our show, and 30 years after high school, I saw my high school teacher again, and he said, "You're the one that made the Indian head." And I thought that was so funny that he remembered that after 30 years, what I made in his class. But I did, and
Levi asleep again?
my mom had put that at the bottom of the stairs, and she had plants. She had a philodendron that went from the ceiling to the floor. I don't know, it was huge 100 times. And she put that Indian head under that plant. And my sister and brother threw a fit for her to move that Indian head because it looked like somebody was coming through the floor. Because it really did look real. And I don't know what happened to it, but I so enjoyed that. Art classes that was my favorite time all through school.
Mm-hmm.
All through school, art classes. And my grade school teacher, she taught us to do pinch pots with clay and paper mache. We made piñatas. It was so much fun.
My grandma said she tried, but I don't remember it. The curved hand comes from poor teaching. I had a great kindergarten teacher that made each one of us turn our paper correctly. I don't know why we're not getting.
Yeah, that one was already up on the board. I read that to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought I had heard it before when I was starting. I loved art classes, and where I work, we can take classes. I can take 2 classes a semester for free, but I have so much other stuff going on that I cannot. My brain can't handle doing another thing. Not one more thing. And right now, I want to do my crochet, and it may change to something else, because
Thing is,
I'm too cheap to, take my dog to get her hair cut.
art classes. See, I was an art major before I turned music major the first time I went to college. And art is so subjective, and so it just depends whether the teacher likes that.
Likes what you make?
Yeah. And
I didn't think about that.
And my granddaughter was the same way, because I thought she was great at what she does, and then the teacher wasn't, if it wasn't what she liked or he liked, no, it wasn't, and she would get a poor grade, and I'm like, it wasn't just because it was my granddaughter, but it was a good piece, or something, whatever it was. But because it wasn't something the teacher liked, it wasn't graded, based on, actual talent.
Well, I have seen a lot of things. Working at a college and stuff, I have seen a lot of kids make stuff, and they're actually selling some of the stuff they make, and some of it is really good, and some of it isn't. I think you're right, Lenora. Crochet is subjective too. People like it. Some people don't. But I also think that there are so many people that crochet, and as soon as they can crochet something, then they think they're a master, and then they think they can sell everything they make. And when I look at it, I just don't comment, because so much of it just isn't very good. I'm just gonna put that out there. It's just, the eyes are too little or too big, or it needs a face, or they've got holes in their crochet, and you can see the stuffing through it, and I don't want to say anything to them, but I don't want to sit there and tell them how good it is when it's really not. I don't want to encourage poor quality, but I don't want to hurt their feelings so that they give up. But if they're struggling to sell stuff at a market, what do you do? Because, oh my gosh, that looks terrible and it's never going to sell. And how do you be nice about that? I don't even know how to be nice about that, because I just don't know.
My mom always said, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
And my mom said that too. It is, and I don't want, I refuse to lie to them. And, oh, that looks great. I'm just, oh, wow, you worked really hard on that. And I'm sorry, but you may have worked really hard on it, but it still looks like crap. And
it's like this quilt that I just got through doing. It's got this really stretchy back on it, and it ended up, it had like waves on the sides, and I didn't like it, but it's done now, and there's nothing I could do about it. And I give it to the person who's going to be giving it to her grandkids for, the baby coming up, and I got some feedback there in my group, and it's like, I hate working with that kind of backing because it's different from the cotton that I'm working with for the top. So, it's like I'm not sure how to go back about, do I stretch it more? Do I, what do I do? And I'm thinking the third one I'm going to make, I'm going to have someone else quilt it. That way I don't have to worry about it.
Just keep practicing. I mean, practice is so underrated, and the more you do, the better you get. That's
Well, it just makes me so mad that the person that trained me, give me 3 sessions, and she didn't really do that good of a job. If I had to critique her training, I would have given her about a D minus.
for how she trained you or how you learned.
How she trained me.
Well, all I can say is that I don't really want to brag, but I have a tendency to be able to pick things up quickly. And maybe you could show me what she showed you, and maybe I could help out.
Well, I've picked up a few things since, on my own that she.
You cannot tell somebody when you're teaching somebody. You cannot teach somebody every scenario.
No, what I wanted her to do to show me, because I'm one of these people, show me how to do one quilt. Let me stand there, watch you how to do one whole quilt from beginning to the end. Just let me stand there and watch first. Then the second time, let me start and walk me through it as we're doing it. And then the third time, let me do it while you're standing there watching me and correct me if I do something wrong. That's how I learned. But no, she didn't even do that. She started me having do this. And it was just,
Well, see, I would have said, I would have wanted to watch how she was doing it. And then as soon as I got the idea of what she was doing, which doesn't take very long, then I would want to say, okay, turn it over, let me do it. The people that want to sit there and just keep doing it and doing it and doing it, I'm not going to learn from you doing it. I need to do it myself.
I wanted to take notes while she was doing it the first time. So I could,
see. Okay.
In case I forgot something, I wanted to, it maybe, that's what I thought, maybe it stretched one. Well, at the top it did stretch.
Ripples in the back of a quilt come from it not being stretched tight enough. Too much stretching tends to make it thinner in that spot.
I can't turn my phone off to show you the picture.
I always used straight cotton material, and when we were making these, Bobby used different stuff.
Yeah.
And she started doing the t-shirt materials, or t-shirt quilts, like right off the bat. And that material is so stretchy compared to what, from the cotton. And it had a tendency to ripple and stuff in the back. So, from learning from my applique and stuff, we started stabilizing all of the t-shirts first. And then I created a monster.
Expensive to make them. And people are like, oh, I didn't realize it takes that much to make them. Well, they don't realize that, first of all, you have to cut the t-shirt up and then you have to stabilize it. And then you have to usually cut it down again to what size you want and then sew them. And yeah, it takes a lot of time to do a t-shirt quilt. It's just not wham bam and whoop, you're done.
Yeah, there's a lot to it.
But I'm the t-shirt queen.
She does a lot of t-shirts, but I mean, what I taught her was cotton fabrics, and then she finds all this weird stuff to put in her quilts, and then she puts it in there, and it looks great.
Well, I'm one of these people that's probably harder on myself, because I want it to be perfect and,
And that's really funny because quilts are like one of the most forgiving hobbies. Quilts are very forgiving. Okay, there's the head on my cat, but look, my slinky's, oh, there it went. I don't know if I'm gonna like this.
Well,
Now I gotta make a butt.
Speak to me. What do you want done?
Yeah, that one, I remember that one. That one.
But she
struggled
loved
with.
it. She loved that Crown Royal, Unable. That's what they said, why it was all murky. That's what they said, why it was all murky looking.
Well, it sure was. I thought it was.
Cloud cover?
What's the dust from?
Because of all that,
All the storms?
with they said it was from Oklahoma and Texas.
Well, that's interesting. But it was just kind of
Murky and
gloomy, hazy out.
yeah, that's what they said. It was from Oklahoma.
Oh, look, you can see us in the window between us. You can see while we're sitting here, you can see the TV between us.
Yeah, what they were saying, it was, the haziness was because of the dust blowing up from Texas and Oklahoma.
Well, that was some serious storms last night. We were at my mom and dad's listening to the storm chasers, and I could not believe, because tornadoes usually are come and gone in just a short amount of, I mean, it just hung for hours over that area, and I kept trying to watch today to see, if people were okay, if they had a lot of fatalities or anything, and I knew they had 3 there, but there was just so much. I mean, there were like 15 tornadoes popped up down there all together, and this kid that we were watching, he was doing an excellent job of reporting all of it, and there were at times.
I'm just so used to doing that. And of course, I was just putting the needle through.
It makes a big difference. I'm all about finding an easier way.
There he is.
It was straight up. It was straight up smoke here yesterday from the. I almost got that. The car was covered in. Oh my gosh.
I know mine was filthy when I started coming over here, and I had to. I mean, it was like dirt, and you'd think, what little rain we got would have cleaned off the windshield, but it was like filthy.
Huh. I didn't even know it was the smoke and ash. I had no idea. I didn't. Now, why didn't that pop up on the screen?
Because it was down there for a minute. So there was a lull time in between or something.
Yeah, but I would have thought. I'm wondering why the connection is so bad.
Well, didn't you take it off of Wi-Fi?
I took it off a while. The storms kicked up. They were showing all the fires. I was at work, so I didn't see all of that. I just know my mom had called me or sent me a text and said there were 4 tornadoes near St. Louis. So I started packing my stuff up. I knew it wouldn't take long for it to get here. And so I called my son to tell him to get his stuff together so that we could get down to Mom's because she's got a basement. And so we got my grandson and my son all ready to take cover. And about the time I would have been driving home, the sirens all went off. They went off like 5 times, and all of them during the time when I would have been driving home. So I was glad I had decided to leave, because it was a whole lot safer driving. I don't know about this. I may have to just stick to the snakes. Because in order to get the details onto this, you've got to make them pretty big. Did we lose everybody? I don't know.
Lenore says she's there.
Hello, Lenora. You're not showing up anymore. We don't know what happened. We keep losing connection. I took it off of Wi-Fi, hoping that would help. I don't know where my son went.
It's upstairs.
So he could fix that. So,
Yeah, because it's sure a lot easier. See, it's
when we could see it on the, we'll see now the TV's hooked to Wi-Fi.
I just love watching me and it froze.
Yeah, isn't that a nice look?
Yeah.
Shauna was live last night, so I was watching the weather while she talked. She lost connection. Their sirens went off. Yeah. So that must have been between 12:30 or quarter after 12 and 1, because they went off here. Well, hers probably went off a little sooner than ours, because there's a nearby town that had the school. All of the schools in the town have pretty good damage.
Yeah, that's where my son lives. Nothing like getting scared half to death when you wake up in the morning and find out that there's a tornado that hit and destroyed the school. Well, damaged the school, and you don't know whether he's went to work or whether what. So I text him and found out that they were okay.
Yeah. So for here, because she's south of me, so it probably hit there sooner, before midnight. But yeah, it was. I mean, because it hit here. It started like 5 after 12, and went till 12:30. Our sirens going off. But we had gone to mom and dad's basement and sat there, and it's not a comfortable basement. It's more like a crawl space. But we were able to get down there and wait it out. But when we went up, when I quit hearing stuff upstairs, I went to check, and there wasn't any damage around us, but a few blocks away there was some damage. Really, mostly minor damage. There wasn't really a lot of damage here, but I know my niece was calling because somewhere it had said that we were there was a tornado touchdown in our town, and so she got worried. And then I told my dad, but they consider this town to be 5 miles up and 5 miles all the way around us, and of course we're not that big at all. Well, I was glad when I saw her on this morning that she didn't have damage. I don't know. I mean, it was just so widespread. I just can't believe how big that storm really was. Okay, well, we got a butt going on here. Hear my grandson up there making these noises. All right. Well, we'll see see how well the butt goes.
What time is it? Dang, I don't know. I'm getting tired.
It's 9:30 already. Wow,
9:19.
it's crazy. At one point, they had 23 tornado warnings. Yeah, I just couldn't believe it. Never heard of anything like that before. And snow up north, and in the same storm. Kind of make the conspiracy theorist in the end come out. That was wild. But I was glad there wasn't. But I just keep trying to listen to the news to see how many fatalities there were. And I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube about the tornadoes hitting gas stations where people were hiding and driving down the road, and there being a lot of I don't know if they were trying to outrun the tornadoes or if they were trying to run to them.
Well, running to a tornado is stupid.
Well, that's my opinion, but a lot of people were doing it last night, chasing the storms and trying to get a viral video, I think. I still don't mind. Or commentary stopped at the top. Okay. So now we're gonna put the butt on. Make a really good wiener dog. Levi's not happy.
Do what?
He's up there hollering daddy. So I don't know what's going on up there, but he ain't too happy.
Mm.
He probably wants to come down here with Granny. You know, because that's always what's wrong. He always wants Granny. One guy was chasing and they saw the tornado. Then they lost it, it turned out. Oh my gosh, going over the top of them. Yeah, I saw some people that were just, they were at a gas station. And it was just right there. It was just really amazing. And I'm so thankful that they, those people made it, because that's dangerous out there to be doing that. And I used to live in Oklahoma, and we called it Tornado Alley. We lived right there in Tornado Alley. And it was scary because they would just crop up out of the middle of nowhere. And they had really talked about this storm that was coming for several days. And I just, all day long it was so nice and it was warm, and then all of a sudden it's just crazy. You hear him up there? My grandson's upstairs hollering. It is pretty quiet tonight. I'm glad you showed up, Lenora, because would have been lonely without you. People are probably, I don't know what everybody's doing tonight. We may get on again tomorrow. Look at my butt.
That's hilarious.
I just want something. I want something that nobody else has. That is one. It really needs to be a wiener dog.
Like Toy Story,
Yeah. But sorry, this one's a cat. So now I gotta make a tail. I'm not sure how I'm gonna make a tail, because these slinkies are so little. We went all pixely. Jonah talks about going pixely. Now I know what she means. You can see it up there, but my phone is not on Wi-Fi. And the TV is on Wi-Fi. I don't want a big, thick tail, so. What you got? Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, it came undone. And my hoop is not staying tight.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to get it to go tighter here.
I always liked the metal ones. But you can't really leave metal ones on there, because if they get damp, then they rust onto your stuff.
Yeah. Well, I tightened it down, but, I've got the applique, not the applique, the two-sided museum, whatever thing, and so it's making it a little difficult to get in there, so I have to have it really tight to ever get it.
Just happened to remember you, because again, I didn't get the notification. I think I'm going to have to go back into the settings and see if it's something I need to reset. I can't even get the stuff to come back up on the screen on the TV. And I don't know how, if I have anything in my end that allows notifications or something like that. I don't know if I need to do something. surely it's just an automatic setting if you know, for your channel. I don't know. I am not making a butthole. I just think that's tacky. Does anybody say that anymore?
Tacky or butthole?
Tacky.
Have you seen these?
Finger rubbers?
Yeah.
Why would you need those?
I can't even remember why they were given to me.
What would use those like counting mail?
Somebody in our group give it to me.
That's interesting. Okay.
I was looking for a thimble, but I guess I don't have a thimble. Evidently it's at home, not my box.
Okay, so there is oh, okay. Yeah, I think these are just gonna have to stick to snakes because these are just becoming too time consuming. I don't want it to take this long.
I got that song in my head. If you went to see tornadoes this last year, kind of the sequel to Tornado.
Tornado or Twister?
Twister, I meant Twisters. Ain't No Love in Oklahoma. I have that song going through my head now.
Well, I'm gonna have to get something else to poke that in there because the end of my needle ain't doing them.
Yeah,
Justice.
Matthew and I went and seen Twisters because that's our thing. Because, you know, as a little boy, he loved Twister, and him and I, you know, memorized the whole darn movie, and we could tell you almost line for line.
Yeah,
what
with your brother-in-law, he was a freak about it too. Completely a freak about it.
Yep. So.
Okay, that should have been a dog. And I made it a cat. I gotta put some eyes on it. But it's a cat. And I'm thinking it should have been a dog. Let's give it some eyeballs.
So it's the only one you make.
It is the only one I'm gonna make. Because I'm not. I just don't want this much time involved. You know, for it to be a $5 item, it needs to be able to be made in a very short amount of time.
What are you talking to yourself for? Because I've got a knot in this.
Huh?
I've got a knot or something in this. I'm trying to figure out where it is.
Oh. Well, I'm not gonna make. This one's not getting eyebrows and all that because there just isn't a lot of space here.
Y'all could just quit tangling up, would you, please?
Or I'll make a cat nose. I think I'm just gonna make an X for the cat nose.
talked to Mary today, and she's like, "Do you have any of that pale yellow for that I put into the those quilts?" I'm like, "I give you all that yellow. I don't think I have any more pale yellow," because she's wanting to use it for the binding. I'm thinking there's all kinds of fabric stores around. But I guess she went to Joanne Fabrics and they didn't have any pale yellow.
Well, I wonder how that is going, if they're selling out or.
There's still quite a bit there when I went. Well, you called me. There's still quite a bit there.
This is not my favorite cat. It has not turned out to be that great. I'm not really impressed. So it is going to be the only one of these that happens. Okay, now I'm going to poke that one down there with the needle. Maybe. It likes to get out of the way. Okay, there's the cat slinky. Cat, bear, whatever. That's the only one of those. Well, I've had about enough for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to quit.
It's 9:30. We've been up. Well, you can do that, but it's 9:30. We've been on for a couple hours.
Yeah, tomorrow's church day. So.
And every time we have to reset it, it comes up a new one. So I don't know how many of them will come on tonight. So we are going to go ahead and call it a night. Thank you all for being here. So much appreciate you being here. Thanks for talking, Lenora. Hope to see you again soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.